All right, I'm here to answer all of your questions on this post-practice live stream here from the Star in Frisco. And I'm Ari Temkin, and I'm actually live right now on Facebook and on YouTube, but I just wanted to let everybody on Facebook know that you can watch the stream live and engage with this live on YouTube. So click the link in the description. I'm going to give you all the insights into what I caught at practice today for the Cowboys as they gear up for their dress rehearsal Saturday against the Houston Texans here in Dallas. And so interesting to see who we see in the game on Saturday night and what we're seeing at practice. So again, I'm Ari Temkin, part of the Dallas Cowboys radio network, and to catch this live stream and interact, ask your questions, have your comments, click the link in the description here on the Cowboys America's Team fan page, and click the link and go to YouTube, and that's where you can watch this stream. So I'm just giving you this reminder that if you're watching this on Facebook right now, click the link in the description and you can watch this thing on YouTube right now, because I'm about to finish this live stream on Facebook and go exclusively to YouTube where I'll be answering your questions. All right, welcome back, YouTube. What up? As you can see, you can ask me any questions you want. Hopefully I haven't messed up too much on the sun clearly behind me. But yeah, ask your questions. I'm going to open this thing up here in a moment. I am Ari Temkin, and if you're new to the YouTube page, thanks for checking it out. Let's see this thing. I'm trying to open. There we go. Here's the live stream. One person's watching. All right. This is a private one-on-one chat with you, one person. Okay, so post your questions and help me grow this page. So make sure to subscribe to the page. All right, so Cowboys practice today here at the Star in Frisco. The one thing we are definitely noticing is the usage of the fullback in the passing game. Kellen Moore talked a lot about wanting to use the fullback in the passing game, wanting to make that a part of the game. We've seen that a lot throughout the training camp practices. Kellen Moore's talked about it a ton, and we're seeing it. We saw it more today as Jameis Olawale got deep down the field in the sideline, coming out of the backfield, and Dak found him for a 40-yard pickup early on in practice, 7-on-7s. And then we saw the same thing with him working with Cooper Rush, second team, Jameis Olawale, kind of getting loose. Interesting wrinkle. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of that. I mean, that's what you have receivers for. But certainly, a secret weapon, if you will, in Jameis Olawale, a guy that many don't expect to be open down the field, and maybe most of it is just building up confidence so that when you do go to him in a playoff game, he doesn't drop a pass because he hasn't, you haven't been counting on him all year. Also, Casey Redfern kicked well today. So the Cowboys, what they're doing with their place kickers is Maher's on one day, Redfern's on the next day. I think Redfern's going to be the punter for this team. They have Chris Jones on the team, and it's going to count decent amount of money against the cap. I think they can get Redfern cheap, considerably cheaper than Chris Jones. So I think he's going to make the team anyways. But it's certainly worth a look at place kicking too. So you don't have to take up two roster spots, the place kicker and a punter, and you can basically use both of them, or use one guy to fill, one guy for, which traditionally two roster spots. So that could be a positive for them. Casey Redford kicked well today, missed one kick, and then missed another from deep. Then it was penalized as part of the 2-minute drill the Cowboys were running. Cowboys ran this drill where they were down 24-21 with a minute to go. They missed the kick from about 55, but then had a penalty on the defense that set up a new set of downs. Marched right down the field, Dak with a very impressive drive that ended when Joe Thomas picked off Dak in the back of the end zone. He was looking for Witten, but Joe Thomas picked him off. So the Cowboys lose. The Cowboys defense preserving the win in a 24-21 fashion. That was what they were running down the stretch. Go ahead, ask your questions. I will get to that. I'm looking down at my phone so I can see any questions that are being asked. And it doesn't appear at this moment that any questions have been asked. So if you want to ask questions, feel free to go do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk on an endless loop. Other things. So, there's a lot of talk throughout training camp of the 53-man roster, what it's going to look like. And although if you're here, let me know. But there's a lot of questions about what this 53 is going to look like, especially the wide receiver position. So we know, that Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper and Tavon Austin and Randall Cobb. That's 4 guys that are going to make this football team. Probably Noah Brown too, since the Cowboys really like Noah Brown and his skill set. So now you're talking about already with five wide receivers. So the question is, will they keep a 6th, or if they only keep 5, is somebody else making this team over Noah Brown? And I, one of the big battles playing out that way has been. Okay, so the audio is working. Just wanted to double check it. One of the big battles playing out is John Bay Johnson, Reggie Davis, and Jalen Guyton, and I think that battle. The last guy is Devin Smith, and I think that battle is really being won by Devin Smith. The way that he's played in camp, the way that he's played in preseason games. John Bay Johnson's got a ton of opportunities, a ton of potential, but he just misses and drops too many balls. There's too much of that going on for the Cowboys to really be counting on him in the regular season. I forgot to share this on Twitter. That was kind of stupid. Let me just do that real quick. Nobody cares because there's only one person watching this. Even if there is one person watching this, you haven't commented one person, so why haven't you commented? Back now. My apologies, but I felt the need to share this on Twitter because, just trying to do the things to build an audience. All right, so that potential 6th wide receiver spot, again, has been a major talking point, throughout camp. And, John Bay Johnson and Jalen Guyton and, Devin Smith. And these are kind of the names that have been jockeying for that potential final spot. And I think Devin Smith he's done as much as he can to win that final spot, if there is indeed a final spot to be won. That's a kid that was a 2nd-round pick of the Jets, tore his ACL in both knees, been out of football since 2017. He said in the locker room that he's felt as good right now as he's felt since 2015, before he suffered the back-to-back torn ACLs. And look, he's done a lot of good things in camp. He's looked really good. He's done everything they've asked him. Now the only question is, can he make this team? Because again, are they going to keep 6 wide receivers when there's depth issues with injury concerns at defensive line and offensive line, and really in their secondary? If now. There's obviously depth issues too with the wide receiver and Amari Cooper and his availability, so we'll see, and maybe that's a reason for them to keep Devin Smith. But I would say in terms of the excitement for some of these guys, Reggie Davis, Jalen Guyton, John Bay Johnson, guys that are trying to make this roster, the guy that stood out the most, it's been consistent, has been Devin Smith, and again, he's probably the guy that is most likely to make this football team. And then the thing that stood out to me was John Kitna was talking after practice today, and he I don't want to misquote him. I want to read the quote verbatim. He said, "What makes Dak great is that he just plays the offense. He goes with what's called." Interesting. It's an interesting thing to say, because when we talk about Dak and his evolution as a quarterback, I think most people want to hear the opposite, is that certainly he's able to execute within the play, but then also that he's able to go beyond the play within the play, right? Manage a defense, look what the defense is trying to do to him, and then adjust accordingly. And it certainly seems like what that quote is saying is that he's executing within the confines of what they're trying to make him execute, which is, again, it's a good thing, but that kind of goes back to the issue that Scott Bennett had last year where, Dak was basically saying, I'm going to continue to play within the scope of this offense and what we want to call and what we want to do, and sort of the pushback from fans and analysts who are saying, well, but maybe adjust to the defense and adjust on the fly, the kind of things that we knew that Romo did exceedingly well, that we're kind of waiting for that evolution of Dak's game. So again, the quote from John Kitna, what makes Dak great is that he just plays the offense, he goes to what's called. It's interesting, because I think a lot of people hear that, and that's not exactly what they want to hear about Dak Prescott. What they want to hear is he's willing to execute within the offense and within the scope of the offense, but more important than that would be his ability to adjust and adapt based on what he's seeing defensively. All right, if there's no other questions, or literally any questions, I'm Ari Temkin here at the Star in Frisco, where I'll be giving you weekly live streams right here on YouTube at Ari Sports.